She gonna work in the food.
People, they see me.
Yes. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. The birds are chirping. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good. Oh, did you see that? Did you see them shoulders?
Wait. Oh, they twirling? Wait, did
you feel that twirl?
The twirl motion?
It was doing
Girl.
something. Yes, I hope you guys had an amazing Memorial Day.
Yes, Memorial Weekend.
I mean, it was raining. The whole
here
weekend.
in Charlotte, it was ridiculous.
Oh my God, the whole weekend it rained. I mean, whole weekend, not half, not a piece. The whole, and even when Monday came, it was a sunny, but I was like,
it was
the grass. They had no chance to do nothing anyway.
They cut the grass, and I know them little white things. Look, popping up already. Just watered up.
I just looked at my grass. I said, "It looks like I got a whole little pouch for that with a cabbage bed. That's why them rabbits gonna be all over my backyard. They grow up like a whole like a cabbage patch.
Yeah, I don't know what that be like.
I said, "Lordy, Miss Claudie."
I'm telling you, but this was a busy weekend for me, honey.
Busy for us. Yeah. Yes, it was a wonderful weekend.
It was a great weekend.
It was a wonderful weekend. Kia threw a surprise party for her dad, her mom, and her sister.
And she came. And so, I was like, oh. And I had Precious and Rondell.
Yes.
Byron just back getting it together for us while we was in Fayetteville, coming from celebrating Nancy, my sister, her husband's 5-year wedding anniversary, which was so nice. The food was good. So I mean, it was really a nice, busy weekend, to say the least. Celebrating weekend.
Wasn't it now? It was so much it was so much fun. We laughed, we joked. A lot of the Paulins came into the building.
Ooh, yeah.
And honey, I told Rondell, look at him. I said, don't be saying that we feisty, because look at you. You had to bow down, because he was like, because you know the weekend before was all of the Fletchers in the building.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, y'all so loud, y'all so this. I said, honey, the Paulins was in the building, and honey, they were just as loud and robust as my group of people. So that's why when you put them together, it is just a to-do list, okay? We know how to have a good time. And that's what it is. They all New Yorkers.
She said, girl,
loud.
I ain't know the aunts was like they cool.
What? Oh, they cool as hell.
I said, she said, no, I never really conversed with them.
Oh, no, they the coolest.
Melissa is mad cool.
Melissa is cool as I don't know what.
I said, I wish Keisha and Stacy would have been here. So you got to meet them like that. So.
But that's good, because when we doing our cousins,
so she was like, put me in there.
Put them all in I gotta add all their names to the thing, and then they can start hosting, right? Month to month, because we gotta bring. We ain't been back. Like, come on now, what we doing?
So I was like, oh man, we gotta get it back going. Who next? I done had stuff at the house ever since.
So we won't be something, right? We won't be before y'all long. We'll be out of here about 9:45. She got a hair appointment, y'all.
Y'all know this here. When it's short,
you gotta get that wig done, but it's still looking way it's looking good though. It ain't looking all flaky as it was. When you know how you get like that on your 2 weeks, it's looking like
I don't be trying to touch it, because I don't want to stir nothing up. You shake and stir. You start mixing stuff. I try not to even touch it.
You know the people when you scratch, you be like, what?
I did that to the front today. I had to put some nature's blessing on.
Wipe the table off.
I had to put some nature's blessing up here. You smell it? I said, I started scratching. It was
you got away.
I was like, oh no. I'm going this morning. We ain't gonna start acting up.
We're not gonna start acting up.
I said, oh no. See, I'm starting to irritate it. Let me leave it.
I know that many of y'all will be catching the replay, because y'all be like, I don't know if they're coming or they're going, what time they're coming, when they're going to be here, what my day looking like. But guess what?
Put your notifications on.
I even decided that I think even with the book club, I need to, I know, I need to go just live, because that way you will have the replays and then people can catch it. No, I'm talking about with the book club on Sundays. go over it live and my the YouTube group, and then it'll bring more people to buy the book, and then they'll have the conversation like that. That way, people who you can get the replay, because so many people, oh my God, I miss it. Oh my, because I am the same way. If the alarm wasn't on my phone, that I knew that had I not done that, people would be like, girl, what is you doing? I need reminders. I could be headed my way to do something, get distracted by something new, and forgot what I was about to do in the first place. And I'm now on a new task and forgot about the old task. So I'm sitting down and I'll be like, our Karen said the same thing. She was like, girl, I was like, okay, Sparkle, let me go. I'm about to go into class. She said she went to go to use the bathroom real quick and then came back out and was like, totally forgot that she hung up to get on the class, go to the bathroom before she start the thing. And then while she was in the bathroom, was like, oh my God, I'm hungry. Got up and was like, I'm about to make me something to eat. She said she was halfway eating the food, like, oh my God.
Then what?
So I'm like, I understand. So I really feel like I'm just gonna go back to doing it live on Sundays at 7. I'll keep. Good morning, boo.
Hey, boo. Good morning, sis.
Well, listen right there. That's Miss Fly. Her husband is. Listen, take a picture. Get up there, molded them, and put them on your wedding cake, okay? Because they hitting like that, honey.
They don't play no
Put them on your wedding cake, honey, because when they get dressed,
they ain't playing with
when
you.
they do something, they'll be playing. We got to take a trip one time down.
They ain't playing with you.
Honey, because Nancy, y'all, listen.
They plans it and they get it.
The Coles is a whole vibe, honey. Ain't nothing cold about them.
They cold with it. They cold.
Oh, they cold with it.
They cold with it. Them cold is cold,
they cold with it. I like that.
This is what my hairdresser say. They cold. You cold with
cold
it.
With it.
Like what? Cause honey. Yeah, honey.
You get the invitation for the pool party. I'm just saying. Stinking them graduation party.
Oh, on what?
I don't know. Is it Evite something? I just got one this morning.
Okay.
You had a ball. I mean, we had a ball. I'm so glad that y'all came down. Let me tell you, it was so. And I could hear the roar of Wilvin saw them. I was like, oh, that was
because he did not know. He was like, what they doing here?
That was really cute.
Because we sure didn't think that they was gonna make it anyway.
Good morning, Queen Brown.
Good morning,
Amelia Bedelia Brown. Y'all remember Amelia Bedelia? That was such a good book. Amelia, is your name? Was they thinking about Amelia Bedelia when they named you? Amelia Bedelia. You remember that?
I remember that.
I remember that storyline. I love little storybooks.
Them series of books with.
Absolutely. How was you guys' Memorial Day?
Yes, fun-filled weekend for me.
Fun-filled, yeah, we had a good time.
We had food galore.
Oh my God,
Chef Ron,
hands down.
Man, Chef Ron, you always do your thing. That's why I'm like, cousin, what do you got going on? And you came through like never before. I mean, when I say food, it was food
everywhere.
He ain't playing. He was like, listen, I'm making sure it's so much food for everybody to eat. I was so glad y'all was eating. We came back with food from Olive Garden. Right. So I was like, I know we coming from eating, but I want to make sure
everybody else here.
Oh my God.
And so we had spinach dip and buffalo chicken dip and meatballs and
two things chicken.
Right. What was it? It was the
garlic parmesan,
and then the sweet chili wings. I mean, everything was so good.
Buffalo chicken
sliders.
Dip.
Pasta. Right. Because Sharice always brings her famous, and it's so good. That Cajun
seafood.
Did y'all see how hard it is? I'm supposed to be fasting. I got my agave in my course.
Pasta set. Cajun seafood.
Yeah, I got 7 days. Which I think I could do.
I had some wings yesterday. I had some chicken wings I cooked the other day with the pasta salad. Then I had some a chicken slider.
Oh right, we did have the pasta because we had the pasta.
Yeah, did it look like somebody? Child, it was so much food.
And then they bought salads.
Uh-huh.
I think And then what's her name had a dip too that she always makes.
Chickpea salad.
Melissa, I think that was Melissa spinach dip.
Salad and
there was a chicken salad. Yeah.
I said y'all was not, but because people come with something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We like that. We like that.
We come with something. So
but that was the day that they didn't need nothing.
Because I was like, no, I got right there cooking stuff. You don't need to bring something myself, but whatever you want to do is fine. Because I know from New York, you never come with somewhere empty.
Well, you just should have told them to bring a bottle.
I was like, that's what I told Melissa. So, oh yeah, we gonna do that anyway.
That's it. That's what y'all need.
I was like, okay, well, whatever you want to do. I was like, bring some ice, because I know sometimes at the last minute we'd be like, oh, we need ice. I was like, you can bring a bag of ice. Who brought ice? Who did ice?
Melissa and I went and got ice, 2 bags of ice.
Oh, that's why I was like, if anything, sometimes we forget ice.
Yes. So
I was like, she said, oh no, I'm gonna come with a bottle anyway. I was like, okay, yeah, bring a bottle.
So that was we had a good time.
But it turned out, I was so happy to see everybody.
Melissa and Aunt Jean, as always, won all the deck. Aunt Jean won like 4 left, right centers. Melissa won like what, 2 or 3?
Oh, they done clean house.
The
Byron said, I got broken tipsy and I went to sleep.
He went to bed. I saw him when I brought the potion. He was like, boy, they ain't gonna be in the tent. I'm gonna be lit by the time they get here. I was like, oh Lord, because I dropped off the potion. And look, that jug back there behind us, if you can you see? Fill a potion. Okay. So, but yeah, we had a great time. It
was the memories. So me and my dad was trying to think of that movie Fletch. With Will Smith and the white guy, he was setting him up on a date and showing him how to be.
Oh, Hitch.
Let me correct my dad. Fletch.
It's Hitch.
So he was saying
that phrase. From that.
Yes, girl. He was saying that phrase is not the breath. It's not the moments in life, but the moments that take your breath away.
Yeah,
or something like that.
It's not. Oh my God. So you say his breath got taken away?
No, he was saying, look, hey, the movie. He said it's not how many breaths you take, but the times that take your breaths away.
Yes.
So we was saying, what was that phrase he was saying? Because he was trying to remember what did he say? Because that's what matters, is creating moments that, as long as you be on the earth, is the moments that you remember. Not how long you live, but making your life count. You know what I mean? So it's the moments that took your breath away. How many moments of your life that took your breath away that you remember? So he was like, it'd be moments like this. Like, he'll always remember that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I was like, yeah.
Right? That's like even when they say with the kids, they don't remember what you brought them. They remember what you did, how you made them feel. And that is feeling. So even when we deal with words, it's a feeling. And so, like, when we were doing the breakdown of words on 1-1 conversation, it was one of the most enlightening times, even when I was looking at the words, because that became a whole new journey for me as the poet, as the writer. And it was like that, and I always did definitions, right? I love definitions. So even in the beginning of time, anytime I'm doing a message or something, I'm like, okay, let's start with the definition. So I always enjoyed having a clean base to start with, especially when I'm teaching or doing all my talks. Like, let's all make sure we're in the same place at the same time. And so, but then realizing that outside of that, there are words that are given to us or are said to us that take our breath away, meaning how it was introduced. And so words are attached to emotions, right? That's why when they say we make kids afraid, right? We put fear in them, because for them, it's like they're free. They're going to jump on the couch. But because you came and was like, oh my God, don't jump. Now they like, and so they don't know. They feeling your emotion. Your emotion is what is coming through them as you're using that word. Yes. Also, introduction of words. So that's why I say somebody get here mom or somebody get here dad, and will trigger everybody differently because it was the introduction. If you're a mom or you're my dad and you've been introduced, so now the word is conditioned and said to me, hey, boo.
Hey, Ina, what's up? Hey, boo. What's going on, girl?
Listen, I said when I grow up, I'm gonna be like Ina and I'm gonna be like Essence.
That part, right?
Honey, y'all be living y'all life.
Y'all be not playing out here in these streets. You hear me? Y'all be at some places.
You what?
That food be looking interesting and good.
Interesting and good. That part. That's how I be like.
Be on deck.
When I take my dates with Aina, she be like, all right now, and I get out there. Look, Aina, my best friend and my first friend that I ever met, one of my other besties, got the same daggone, almost the same name. But when we be going out, she be like, yeah, we going out, and she be ordering different things, and I be like, it'd be like me, like a kid,
yeah,
like,
okay,
I'm gonna try that.
Try it. That's why I said looking interesting.
Yes, honey, she always
interesting, but it be looking.
It'd be so good. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm eating that.
But then you see all the stuff that's here that you don't even realize.
Yeah. All these restaurants.
It's like, pick the restaurant of the month. Like, you know what I mean? And you get to experience different things.
And that's what we said we were starting with the kids. But, life got crazy.
Honey.
We're trying to climb back out the abyss.
But
we do it. We wanted to do it every month. We put everybody's name in the hat, and every month we pull out a name, and they get to pick where we go try to eat. And so once a month we go try something to eat. Especially Essence is back now, so we can all go and do a family dinner, and it'll be one bite with the Paulins. So it'll be an extension of our show where we'll be cooking again at home and then going out to eat again at home.
I need my dad to start these recipes because I need some different things.
Listen, when I say that this vacation is about to be a sit down refill, because like I said, we'll be on the beach, and we'll have our mind. We'll get to really relax, release, because when I'm doing that, my head, like, not that I'm not dreaming all the time.
Oh, yeah, you are. Your head never
My head never rests in the dream space. I'm like, if I had $1 million, it would be $1 billion, because of all. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. If I could just and create it. Oh my God, let me tell you something.
A conglomerate.
A fucking dynasty. Excuse my French.
Oh, you already know. That's the empire.
Listen, I don't wake up. I wake up with 10 more thoughts. I be like, Lord, have mercy. Have mercy on me. Have mercy. Have mercy. Yeah. But yes, so with that, it's like, man, the different things that can be done, and different things that we can do. So yeah, definitely. So going there and sitting down and actually deciding, what we're gonna tackle first, and So I said, since we'll be laid out, it'll be what? 6 days. 6 days. Never been to Jamaica before. So, Ina, we going to your spot, girl. So never, ever been. Matter of fact, it'll be my first ever. I got my passport for the first time during the pandemic. And even the way it came was God just being funny all the time, because that's why I started the internet, because I'm like, that's why I came up with it's the omnipresence of God. Like, my whole site with all my digital projects is called God Digital, right? Because I feel like God is the omnipresence, was however you show up. That part. And so that part. And so I'm like, okay, so now creating all this stuff and doing all these things is like, okay, what's next? So I'm a little bit excited about the break, but like I said, during the pandemic is when I first got my passport, and it was so crazy because it came in. I had nowhere to go. First time, Chef Ron was about to go somewhere in 2 months, but he was going. So I was like, we're gonna get it together. So we're gonna get our passport. And honey, we went to do the paperwork on Tuesday. Right before it was closed, we had to mail it by 5 p.m. Catch the post office. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 3 days later, Friday morning, in the midst of the pandemic, I think it was it might have been 2021. 3 days later, that Friday morning, Essence comes run upstairs because they were still in the house. It was still pandemic. So it was that second year where they kept them at school from thing. And she's like, Mom, I'm like, what? She's like, you got some mail from the government or something. I was like, I got an express mail from the government, because it was like, oh, and I was like, Lord have mercy. I'm like opening up the little thing slow, like, what do they possibly need from me? And I'll be goddamn, I opened that. It was my passport. My passport came in 3 days.
2 fucking days. Because they had
2
to
days.
mail it.
Right. It got there Friday
so
morning.
as soon as they got it, they was like, okay, mail it
I
out
don't
to
know.
her.
And when I was telling people the story, they said never in the history have they even heard. I had no flights, books, nothing. I ain't going nowhere. South Carolina. We went right to South Carolina.
Where?
To the actual office. You know, they have the what's name was. You can go to the post office, or you can actually go to their local office. And we went to South Carolina office, but it just was when I was telling that story. And right, everybody was waiting. There were people that was waiting 6 months already.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So I was like, I took it as God saying,
He always,
"You about to go global, girl." So
keep
even in the moment, because I never
keep
wanted it, I never
going,
cared.
girl.
I'm a homebody, so I'm like, I'd rather be home. I'd rather go live. I'd rather come out eat it. It was like I was just so stuck in my comfort zone. So it wasn't that I was against travel. I just wasn't thinking about it. And so, but when we got that passport and that happened, I said, well, that is so interesting.
That's why I'm trying. That was crazy.
That was so crazy.
I'm like, a day.
It blew
my
mind. I ain't been nowhere yet, but I'm about to get my stamp now. But yeah, I was like, now I done been to Bahamas on a cruise or whatever, you know, so you can go.
So
in.
you don't need the passport.
You didn't need a passport for that. So not that I ain't been out the country. No, I have my birth certificate, and I think we carry. You need 2 forms. So I think we carry our marriage license and our ID. So we did that. Matter of fact, for Mother's Day, the kids gave me a passport book. It's a Teal passport book. So they realize it's my first time. And Essence is going, so we'll be with her when she gets her first stamp. Now she's been in Bahamas with us too, because she was on a cruise when she was when we did the Disney cruise when she was younger, and then just a regular cruise. But yeah, so it should be it's gonna be different.
Y'all gonna have a ball.
I'm excited to just that
just
right
somewhere else and just relax.
Where I can't do nothing. I have no choice, but I can relax my mind. Yeah. I'm gonna try.
Come back on fire, because then it's like on and popping.
Yeah, it's on and popping, because now I have to get that refill. Yeah.
Enjoy where you at. Yeah. Enjoy being out the country. Yeah. Enjoy that place.
Because it's gonna be come back with the. You got so much stuff to do. So yeah. So that part,
thoroughly enjoy it.
The topic was just about, and we about to end out of here too.
It was just Memorial Weekend, right?
No, we just talking about how do you
celebrate the memories of your lost ones.
Yes, how do you celebrate the memories of your lost ones? I mean, I know Memorial Day is about the war and
those
just
who sacrifice themselves. During services
to commemorate the sacrifices of the Civil War, so just to be exact, right? And life is a war.
It's like a jungle side.
Make you wonder how it keep from going under. And so when we be in these moments, we say, how do we celebrate and commemorate the sacrifices of our ancestors, the people who came before us, the people that we had the privilege of loving and being with and knowing. Especially the more we grow and the older we get, the more we realize just how important it is for us to show up. And so when we think about just the sacrifices that, was required of them so that we can live, it's like our Civil War, right? We have so many rights, so much stuff that, that we go through and that they paved the way for. And so how do we celebrate and commemorate and acknowledge ours
and make the sacrifice count? Like, what are we doing? The memories of our lost ones, keeping on their legacy and their whatever impact they left to keep it going. You know what I mean? Like making sure it's not lost. Like one and done is like, okay.
And living in the joy of them and not in the loss of them, right?
Correct. Because it's a celebrate. Celebrate
the life that we were able to enjoy, the life that we were able to be a part of.
They left.
Yes. So I think ways that I celebrate, I think I pull in their energy. So like I said, one of the most complimenting things for me was when all our aunts and uncles came to the book launch. And they celebrated and said, that I was embodying grandma when they came up. And I thought that was just one of the best compliments that I can get, because one thing we all remember is how grandma made us feel. I don't never remember her taking us to the store or driving us nowhere or nothing, but she was always just so loving, just so sweet, so intentional, and she always had time.
So much love. She was just love.
Yeah, she was love, and she had time, and she gave her time. Because I could recall her live that part. And so I thought it was a compliment, because, it's not in your DNA, it's in your CNA. SEENA. That's why I said I don't recall her taking us to the store. I don't recall her ever driving. I don't recall none of those things that people put value in. What I recall was the moments. Her sitting around the table with us and playing Boggle. Her sitting around the table with us and putting it's so many grandkids that she got to put 3 decks of phase 10 cards together, and it took us 8 hours to play the game, because we got to go through 10 phases, and she was writing down the score. And then when you got older, you were going to learn to count and write. So it was always unconsciously you were learning, but it was fun, because
family family fun.
Yeah. And then she was so
keeping you entertained,
sweet. If you hear, you couldn't tell me that she was having anything hard or she'd been through anything, or because her energy was so pure and so unaffected by the journey. And that's why I think it's important. She wasn't rattled. So when I say process into the promise, it's like the condition you're in. She was in a great condition spiritually, because her love was just, you wouldn't know she had a problem. If there was a problem, which means she just accepted the journey, the price of life.
In stride. She took life in stride and roll with the punches, honey.
It's the price of life. We're going to pull a card, y'all, because we got to get out of here, like we said, because he has an appointment, and I know that y'all going to miss us, but we'll be back here tomorrow.
We'll be back in the morning.
But,
conversation.
We just wanted you to think today about, the people that you lost, or maybe you lost them in wars or whatever, but just remember to tap into the energy, the thing that you love best about them,
being of them.
Operate in that, right? Because that's the impact. That's that thing that, you was a student to learn. And so if it impacted you in a way that made you stop, I'm sure if you can channel in that skill, that love, that emotion, then that's how you commemorate them. That's how you make sure that they live on. Because when you think about it, you're like, oh man, this is my mom,
or
this is my grandma, this is my dad, this is my or
you do this like so and so.
Yeah,
you could catch a glimpse of their essence. You could feel them in the room. You could feel their energy. You might say something or do something, and it's like, ciao.
And sometimes you might have a tear when you think. And then you'll laugh about a moment, but I think memories are the thing that keeps us alive if we cherish what we should cherish. Don't cherish the memories of the pain. Cherish the memories of the power, so that you can be enlightened.
Celebrate that part. Yes.
So we're going to get the I am for the day and get you guys out of here. I am genuine and I am the bridge. Good God Almighty.
Genuine. Oh, yes.
2 words we never got in our coffee and conversations. So we know to be genuine is to be authentic. Right? And so celebrating people genuine is celebrating their authenticity in your life. And being the bridge is continuing their memory, because a lot of us forget about who came before us because we didn't speak about them, right? And so the way you continue the legacy is to take the moments to speak of them and say thank you and remind people of who paved the way so that they could show up, right?
They are the bridge of connection.
That part. And so in order to do that, you got to be intentional. Be the bridge. Understand that you are why somebody's going to get over. So you got to be intentional with that, right? Oh, what? Pick one. Okay, here we go. I am fearless.
Come on, fearless.
So I guess you needed that, author. You jumped in right in time for your chord. So
fearless,
you are
girl.
fearless.
So fearless today.
Come on now. Be fearless.
No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Because you are fearless.
Be fearless. And so we can't be afraid of what we have to do, but what we can do is show up because that's our responsibility.
Yes.
That's our responsibility. Good morning, my love.
Measurement.
Good morning. Yes, be the bridge connecting to others. Great topic. Thank you, Queen.
Absolutely. Thank you and good morning.
I'm just saying, honey. We are out of here. We got a quick 30 on y'all. Let me remind y'all to be genuine, the bridge, and fearless all day today. This is your responsibility. And don't forget to love on the people who loved on us when they had the time to be here and keep their memory alive with joy. Find all the great things that they embodied and bring that alive.
See what bridge they connected, right? And see what authenticity they had. Find the genuine things to celebrate about them. So that's what we want y'all to do.
Yes.
When you think of that person or anyone, think of those three things about them and celebrate that about them.
Celebrate it.
Their fearlessness, their genuineness, and the bridge that they created and connected.
That part. So this has been sweet and it has been simple.
Absolutely.
And we want to remind you that it's a relay race and somebody is relying on you to turn your heartbeat into a soul beat in order to leave your soul print. Because the fingerprint tells us what you got wrong in this world, but the soul print, it tells us what you got right, and what God got right is you. So remember, we don't compete. No. We complete. And the difference between those two words is an L, because L stands for love, and love grows everything. So remember, you can never turn on anybody else's light, but you can provide enough light for them to find their switch. So stay lit in this world so somebody can find their way out of the darkness. It is your responsibility. Remember, that's the ability of measurement in which you can respond. We love you, love you, love you. Love you too, boo.
Love you, ladies.
Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
Yes. Don't forget, you've been tuned into Coffee and Conversations. So don't forget to wake up and make today count.
Love you guys. We will see y'all in the morning.
Yes. I choose me. # no more excuses, because you were born enough. See you later. Bye-bye.